Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. She's Crafty. Hope you're all doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you very much for not asking. So today's video is going to be about me talking you through these two junk journals that I made. These are inspired by Johanna. I will link her channel in the description box below. She, like the many, obviously like anything else, there are many artists that do make junk journals and sell them and things like that. But I think it is her channel that I stumbled upon, and then that's how I got introduced to the whole concept of junk journaling. And she does different journals based on like different themes, using a lot of vintage paper and even using like a lot of stitching patterns and printables and things like that. That is really cool. So both of these are inspired by her videos, specifically aimed for beginners. And yes, so let's just get started. Okay, so let's talk about the first book that I made. This I made out of a coffee box. All of these are also made of paper, like I mean this and this. I really think I should start making these again. And then hung a few beads. And this string, the interesting fact is that this is also made of paper. The string is made of like dried paper, I guess. I don't know how they make it, but it is a paper string. And then I just had these like gift wrap roll with me that was just there, not lying around. So I used that to cover this, nothing fancy. And then I did not decorate it in any other way other than just hang this part. And the inside, true to its name, like a junk journal, there's no rules to like what size the paper should be or things like that. So I took like different sizes and then put in all the bits and pieces of paper that I had. And I put it together. So initially I thought I will stick all the things that are like special to me. I mean, like this is one of the first times I went to Brighton Beach by myself, not like by myself, me and another friend went together. This is the first perfume I got by Elizabeth Arden, and like I literally sprayed the perfume here so I could sniff and then smell it. The first package I got from India, my first employee and my friend right now, she gave me this note that's saying that I'm the best salesperson, blah blah blah, so that's there and all of those things. But this is also my first debit card in Australia. How fancy. But I just stopped there. Like as you can see, this is it. I did not end up filling this journal. I think because I became more consistent with my usual journaling, so I kept sticking things in there itself, so I didn't need another one just to document everything. So but I still do have a lot of ephemera from like different places I've been to or different things that I've done. So I'm thinking one of these days I'll just sit and stick all of those and write whatever I want to write, like the memory related to that item that I'm sticking. So this is that one. For a very first attempt, to be very honest, I'm really proud of how this turned out. The first thing I made, and so it's special to my heart. So yeah, now let's move on to the next one. This one. This baby is nothing but an upcycled book. It's a novel. So the local library has these book sales every now and then, and so you can fill an entire bag, like if you take like a grocery bag or whatever you want to take, or they have bags over there as well. You can just fill as many books as you want for just $2 or $5, and it's like, yeah. And I once asked them, like, if nobody buys them, what happens to the book? And they're like, we just chuck them. So yeah, for those of you who immediately felt offended that I kind of destroyed, not kind of, actually just destroyed a full book, I feel you. To be very honest, I thought the same too. But I think I just gave it another life. So I think it's okay to do this, I guess, especially if it's going to go to junk anyway. But if you feel too bad about it, maybe you could read the book first, and then if you don't like the book, maybe then you can do this. I don't know. Anyway, so this is a hardcover book. So the build of the book was like this when it came, but like you can see here, I tore off a lot of pages. So it would make a lot of room, leave a lot of room for us to stick more things and add a lot of dimension to whatever we're sticking inside. So that was the idea, so that the spine can expand and come to its original size like this. So right now it is like this, but as you stick things and put things in, so it can go up to that size, yeah? So that's the thing. And here for the spine, to make it even more strong, I used the DIY modeling paste, which I spoke about in my previous video. And yeah, it turned out pretty well. It feels like cement is stuck here. And I also chose to leave it white instead of kind of putting a different color on it or trying to blend it in, because I felt this looked really nice. Maybe you could write your name or something like that here. And at the back side, I just have this really pretty stamp. I just like stamping her everywhere and painting her in. So this is the back side. I never like leaving back side empty. So that's that. And on the front, I put all these tiny details that are like motivating and inspiring, I guess. And you can actually feel it. It's very, it's got a lot of texture going on everywhere. That's my phone. Anyway, on the inside you can see it's withdrawn. There's nothing much to explain on the inside, I think. I just stuck a lot of things, so I'll just flip through and speak every now and then if I feel like there's something to explain. Oh, also you can do this. Like, I just read a page and then highlight the stuff that I thought kind of stands out to me or something like that. Or you could also do some sort of poetry where you block everything and just use a few words and make a poem out of it, I guess. That's pretty cool. This is it. You can write something here. So these marks here, I think they add to the whole appeal of like a junk journal, it looking old or whatever. But honestly, this happens because if the tape used is not acid free, so the tape that I used obviously was not acid free, so over time this is what happens. I don't mind it, but if you do, I would suggest specifically looking for an acid free tape and putting it. And so I just kept using all these journaling cards throughout. And again, there are a few pages. You can actually use this as an art journal as well, like painting over it and doing some art. This made my day. And you could write a heading there or something, journal a little bit. And this one, I also put in an envelope so you can put in any, I think, gift cards. Any kind of ephemera that you have actually, that you want to keep for the sake of keeping. Again, this.
Ryan Little.